One of the heroes of the Megillah is naturally Mordechai, a Yehudi. So who is he? Where does he appear on the scene? In the Megillah it says, Ish Yehudi hoya b'Shushan Abira, u'shmo Mordechai ben Yoyer ben Shimi ben Kish ish Yemini. So he's descended from Shevet Binyamin, and he's descended from the house of Shaul HaMelech. And he's in Shushan. How did he get to Shushan? So the Megillah tells us, Asher Haglah, he went into the exile, Imagolah with the exile, that Yechonia Melech Yehuda, Yochim, was exiled by Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Bavel. So he must be a very old man here at the story, because the Gemara teaches us that Purim happened 52 years after Churban Bayis Rishon, and the Golus of Yochim was 11 years earlier. So it's 63 years. And we don't know whether he was a child, or what he was. But he is of the generation with Yecheskel. He came with Yecheskel Hanovi to Bavel. So we know very little about that generation, except what the Novi tells us. And we see it also by the Novi Zcharia. And it's a generation of assimilation and intermarriage. It's a generation where the Jewish people rapidly lost everything. Because we see in our time, it does not take a long time to lose a few thousand years of tradition. 2-3 generations, it's wiped out. So in the Novi Yecheskel, in Perek Yud Bet, the Novi recounts for us an incident that happened with him. This is the generation of Mordechai. That the elders of Israel, whoever they were, he doesn't enumerate whether they were the members of the Sanhedrin, unlikely, or whether they were just elders of the community, but they're people of importance. They came to him and they said, listen, the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed. We were taken into exile. There are enormous empires that exist here now. The Babylonian Empire under Belshazzar fell to the Persian Empire under Daryavish. So we have no chance of going back. There's no way that we can defeat these empires. And not only that, we're comfortable here in Bavel. We settled. So they said, the famous pasuk, K'chol hagoyim Beit Yisrael. We're like all the other nations. We're not special. And therefore, what do we need all of this for? And it's, in essence, they said to the Novi, we quit. Forget it. It's over. The Novi records his shock and dismay, but he has no answer for them, because he has no prophecy from God that the Persian Empire is going to fall. If you're living in the time of the Persian Empire, it's never going to fall. even though all empires fall. So for hundreds of years, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, hundreds of years, the British Empire, it's never going to fall. The Soviet Union is never going to collapse. America is always. But the rule of history is there's no always. Nobody lasts. It takes time. The Roman Empire took 500 years. But you have to imagine if you lived in the middle of the Roman Empire, let's say it was 200 years in, you're convinced that, the whole world is going to speak Latin. Hamamlich Melochim velo Amlucha. So that night, the Navi Yechezkel has a dream. He records it. Now, all the Nevuah came through dreams, except for Moshe. Moshe was pale, Pe'ah daber bo, b'chakitz v'lo b'chalom. Moshe is the exception. That's why he's the Av Kol HaNeviim. But everybody else sees it only in a dream. So in the dream, the Navi records that Kaviyachol hears heaven speaking to him. And, the Lord is nothing if not courteous. So he enters into a conversation with him. He says, what happened today? Anything happened today? You have a good day at the office? What happened? So he says, Rebbeinu Shalom, you know what happened today? The elders of Israel came to me, and they said, K'chol hagoyim beis Yisrael. They said, we quit. There's not going to be any future here. So heaven asks him, Mo omarta lohem? What did you answer them? So he says, Aho Hashem Elokim Ato Yodei. Only you can. I can't answer them. I have no answer for them. Mo Omar Aleim. What should I say to them? Tell me what to say. So heaven tells him, Kol Omar Hashem. It says Hashem Tzvokos there. Thus says the Lord of hosts. This is always the sign of power. You tell them, Hoyo lo yiyeh hadover hazeh. You can't quit on me. That's not going to be. Not going to be kol hagoyim beis Yisrael. Im kiyem lo chaleim b'zroa netuyo b'cheimo shvucha. I'm going to rule over them with an outstretched hand and with my anger poured out. You'll see it's not K'chol HaGoyim Beis Yisrael. So that's the prediction of Purim. That's the prediction of Haman. Haman comes right after that. And he comes suddenly, out of nowhere. Before Haman, they're all eating glad kosher, chassidish shchita by the king's banquet. It says, Kirtzon ish v'ish, Kirtzon Mordechai, Kirtzon Haman, whatever you want. Jews are in good shape. And out of nowhere comes this. Comes this Gzeira. So Mordechai is witness to all of this. Because Mordechai is from the generation of Yechezkel. Now, according to the Gemara and according to Divrei Hayomim, Mordechai is a member of the Sanhedrin. His name is Mordechai Bilshon. He's the linguist. The Sanhedrin had to know all the languages. Gemara says that in order for the Sanhedrin to be established, they had to have that people knew all the languages of the world. So there are all sorts of reasons that are advanced. But that's an enlightened thing. So Mordechai is the Bilshon. He's the linguist. He's the one that knows all the languages. So he has high standing in the Sanhedrin, and he's aware of all of this. So when Haman comes and says everybody should bow down to him, and the Jews should bow down to him too, he has this previous knowledge of Hoya lo yeh dover hazeh. You can't bow down to him. That'll seal their fate. It won't work. And therefore Mordechai lo yikra v'lo yishtachaveh. The other Jews who are unaware of what's going on and who just see an unfolding of palace intrigue and of political developments, they read the fake news and believe it, so they don't know. So certainly there are going to be those that bow down. There's certainly going to be Korean Mishtach Ve'Lohaman. And they have all sorts of good heterim to do so. But Mordechai doesn't. And therefore the Megillah emphasizes that it is Mordechai's stubbornness that saves the Jewish people. Because Haman is so aggravated that Mordechai won't bow down, that he overreaches. And he threatens Achashverosh himself by his demands to build the gallows and to do all of these things. And Kocha Yoser Lo Yish Asher HaMelech Chovetz Bikoro. The king gets very nervous from that. And Haman is completely oblivious to what he is doing. So Mordechai emerges as the hero. Yet at the end, it says he's Rotzui L'Rov Echov. Most of the Jews approved of him. So there's nobody who all the Jews approve of. But why does it say Rotzui L'Rov Echov? So Rashi says, Shepirshu Mimenu Mikzas Sanhedrin. Some of the Sanhedrin left him. So in the yeshivas they say they left him because of the fact that he was Mavatal Torah. He's busy now in the government. So therefore he couldn't say the shir every day. But there are other Meforshim that say that they were angry at him that he got him into the whole mess. They were angry at him because of the lo yichra v'lo yishtachaveh. They weren't privy to the nevuah, so therefore they didn't understand him. So therefore he was only Rotzui L'Rov Echov. But the greatness of Mordechai lies in the fact that he sees in himself the fulfillment of the nevuah that the Lord gave to Yechezkel, and therefore he is able to engineer the matter in such a way that the Ness of Purim occurs and remains forever. Yemei HaPurim O'ele lo yavru mitoch HaYehudim u'mitoch zarom ad olam. Rabbi Chananya ben Akasha u'merotz HaKadosh Baruch Hu l'zakas Yisrael l'fichach hirbo lahem Torah u'mitzvah shenemar Adonai Chavayv Saman Tzidko Yagdil Torah V'Yadin.